Hi everyone, kumusta and welcome to Bisaya 24/7, your official Cebuano English tutorial on the web. If you find this tutorial useful, please help support this page by clicking on the link provided below. Also, please don't forget to check out our official release of our Cebuano tutorial, which is now available on Kindle and in paperback from all global Amazon marketplaces. You can easily find the book. The title is Bisdak, Learn to Speak Cebuano Overnight. Daghang salamat! So for today's lesson, we are going to cover lesson number 3, which is about the translation of the basic questions into their Cebuano or Visayan equivalent. This is going to be a very lengthy topic, so I'm going to cut this in two parts, and we will start with the first part. Um, as a guide, the basic questions are unsa, what, asa, where, kinsa, who, kanusa, when, ngano, why, unsaon, how, tagpila, how much. It is important for you to familiarize yourselves with these very basic questions because as you go along your travel, you will particularly need this translation with your interactions or your basic conversations. We will take as an example the first question, which is what? Unsa. Consider the phrase unsa ang imong nga angga. Unsa is what? Imo is the pronoun your. Anga, or sometimes you hear this as danga with a letter D. It means nickname. There's also another word, palayao, which also means nickname. So when you ask somebody, unsa ang imo nga angga, you are basically just asking, what is your nickname? I'm pointing this out as an example because you might get to encounter a lot of these scenarios wherein people would rather be called by their nicknames. And of course, um, when you get to know somebody or you meet new people or probably you find new acquaintances, the typical question would be, unsa ang imong ngalan? And as we have previously discussed in the first few lessons that we've had, unsa ang imong ngalan means what is your name? Um, it is very typical that after asking what is your name, the next question is unsa ang imong angga, or what is your nickname? Um, it is for your own advantage to be able to ask this question because I know for a fact that a lot of Filipino people have really long names and sometimes they sound a bit confusing. Um, it will always help you to remember somebody's nickname. Say, for example, if the person would say, oh, my name is Joseph Anthony, you can easily just say, oh, what is your nickname? And he might say, just call me Jojo. Or Another example would be, oh, my name is Maria Angelou, and she might say, just call me Malu. So those nicknames are easier to remember than trying to remember very long full names. And some of the names are not even popular names. So in terms of remembering them and the syllabication of the names, the full names, it could get a little too challenging for you to remember these names. And most people would rather also be referred to by their nicknames. So just remember, after asking a person or a new acquaintance, the first question, unsa ang imong ngalan? What is your name? The next question that typically follows is, unsa ang imong angga? Or, what is your nickname? Now let's have unsa versus naunsa. What is the difference between unsa? And what happens when you see the prefix na before unsa? Let's have a few examples. Unsa, what? Unsa ni, what is this? Unsa na, what is that? If you noticed here, I put an apostrophe before ni and before na. It simply connotes a concatenation of the full word, which is kini and kana. Kini is this, kana is that. So unsa ni or unsa kini, what is this? Unsa na, unsa kana, what is that? Unsa man, what is it? Man here is used for emphasis. So when you say unsa man, you are being emphatic about wanting to get an answer. And typically this question is used to verify the answer from a few choices. So it could be a yes or a no. It could be going to the left or going to the right. But more or less, the idea here is trying to get an answer to verify a choice from a few options. So you can just say, unsa man, are we leaving or are we staying? Unsa man, are you saying oo, which means yes, or are you saying dili, which means no? Unsa man, are we going to the left or are we going to the right? In this example, na unsa, we have added the prefix na, and this changes the question from what to what happened. Na here is a prefix that is used to depict an occurrence or an event that transpired. So when you say naunsa, you're saying what happened, what has transpired, what has occurred. And then when you say naunsa ni, the question is what happened to this? Naunsa kini, what happened to this? Naunsa na or naunsa kana, what happened to that? And again, we have the example man. Naunsa, what happened? And when you want to put emphasis, naunsa man? What really happened? Naunsa man? I hope this few examples has given you enough to be able to signify the distinction between unsa and naunsa. So the next question is asa, where? As you can see, we have asa and another form wherein we attach the word taga. So instead of just saying asa, we say taga asa. Let's have a few examples. Asaka. Asa is where, ka is you. So this question means, where are you? Asaka. Imagine yourself calling somebody over the phone and wanting to find out the current location of that person. So you can just say, Asaka, where are you? Or you can also say, Asanaka, where are you already? Na means already. Asanaka, where are you already? Or you can also say, Asaka karon. Karon is now. So that means, where are you now? Sometimes also, if you see somebody who is about to leave, or you know for a fact that that person is going someplace, you can also ask, Asaka. But you're implying, where are you going? Asaka is just the shortened form of Asaka paingon. Asaka padulong. Paingon or padulong is a place or a location where that certain person is going to. So you can say Asaka padulong or Asaka paingon. But most of us, we know already the the meaning or the essence of this question, Asaka. So we just simply say Asaka. Thus, it will help you to remember that Asaka is used to ask about the current location of a person or the name of a place where that person is headed to. Now you can also say the Inka. The Inka, the inn, signifies a place where that person has gone to or that person has been to. So you can say the Inka. I know you went somewhere. Where have you been to? Where is this place? Where did you go? And another variation is this you can say the in or this and it means the same thing. It's used to ask the person about where did this person go or where has the person been to. So you can always say the Inka, this aka, and you mean the same thing. Where have you gone to? Now, if you want to be specific, let us say you know for a fact that um, this person did go to this place, that she or he just arrived coming from a particular point, a particular place, a particular location, or a specific, point of origin. So you can use the word gikan. Gikan indicates a point of origin. the place that you come from. So you can just say dis a kagikan or asa kagikan or diin kagikan. And that question is simply asking, where have you been? Or in other words, where did you go? You can always answer with diri rako. Diri is here. Ra is a word that means merely or just or simply or only. So you can just say diri rako. Ko is I or me. So thus, when you say diri rako, I was just here, I was merely here, I was only here, I was just here, diri rako. You can also answer didto rako. So diri is here, didto is there. Didto implies a location or a place that is distant. So it's the opposite of being here. This diddo refers to over there. It's a distant location. So you can just say diddo rako. I was just over there. I was merely over there. I was only over there. Now, what happens when we add taga? This changes the form into more or less a descriptive phrase or a descriptive question, which tags the person to a particular location or a particular origin. So this now becomes more or less, if you try to answer this question, taga Asaka, where are you from? I might say, taga Amerika ko. I am from America. When you say taga Amerika ko, I'm saying I am from America. At the same time, I can also imply that I am an American. So it describes me as a person, or it describes the place where I hail from. So instead of just taking a narrative of a point or a location of a certain person, this taga attaches this location as a description of that person. So it tags the person. Either you say taga Asaka or taga Inka or taga Disaka. The question is the same. You're asking, where are you from? Where do you hail from? Where's your place of origin? And you can even say in a specific form of questioning, taga Cebu ka? Are you from Cebu? Taga London ka? Are you from London? Taga Japan ka? Are you from Japan? And that form of questioning more or less attaches a description to that person. It could be, a place of birth, because the answer would now refer to that person's place of origin. So I might say, taga Pilipinas ko. I am from the Philippines. That means I'm a Filipina. You can always answer by saying, taga diri ko. I am from here, or I am from this place. Taga dito ko. Oh, I am from that place. I am from a place that is distant from this place. Dito, diri. Diri is here. Dito is a distant location from here. Um, I hope that also clarifies the distinction between asa and taga-asa. Let's tackle a few more examples so we will get to familiarize ourselves with what is diri, which can be sometimes said as dinhi, or dira, which can also be said as dinha or diha, and what is diddo. So all of this are just a reference to a point or a location or a place. So when I say diri, I mean here, right on this spot. Diri lang, lang is just. So you can just say just here or right here. Dinha, dinha, as opposed to diri, is not your immediate spot or your immediate location. It is an arm's length away from where you are, but it is still within your vicinity. So it's not your immediate position or your immediate location, but it is not that far or it is not that distant. So both you and the listener could somehow still see this location. So right there, right there where I can see it or where you can see it. Diri lang ibutang. Ibutang is an action word, meaning you are going to put or to place something. So when you say diri lang ibutang, lang is just. So you can just say put it here, just put it here. And when you say dinha lang ibutang, that also translates to just put it there. Just imagine yourself sitting on your desk and you want a person to put something right on your spot or right where you're sitting at. So you can just say, diri lang ibutang, just put it here. Whereas if you want it to be a little far from where you are, but you can still see it, it is still within your vicinity. So you can just say, oh, you can just put it there at the same time pointing at the location. So you can just say, dinha lang ibutang. Hunong diri, stop here. Hunong is stop. Hunong dinha, stop right there. Huwat diri, huwat is wait, wait here. Huwat dinha, wait right there. Balik, balik is to go back. So balik diri, then that means come back here. Balik dito, go back over there. Duol diri. Duol is come or approach. So come here. Come approach me. Duol diri. Duol dito. You go over there. Go over there. Duol dito. Take note that I'm using, instead of dinha, I'm using dito. Now dito is really far. It's a location that is no longer within your sight. It could be a few miles away, or it could be a few continents away. So this dito is already distant. Take note, dire is here, dinha is right over there where we both can see it, but dito is over there. It could be over there at the market, and I have to take a car to go there. So anything that is already considered remote, you use the word dito. I hope that has clarified a few things for you. And this ends the first part of this lesson. I'll have the second part in a different segment, and I'm going to cover more of the questions and the translation of those questions. If you have a few things that you need to clarify, feel free to write down a few notes below. And also, please help support this page. I'm hoping that we will be able to produce more of this guide for global use. And thank you so much for watching. Daghang salamat ug maayong adlaw.